Hi again, this is Tim Hegarty. We're taking a look at the Virtual Training Company C++ fundamentals, and now we're going to do enums. Well, enums are really called enumeration types, and it is a special user-defined type rather than a built-in type, and it is going to hold a set of values specified by us, the user. Now, an enum acts like an integer after you define it, but it is still user-defined. The values that it starts with begin with 0, just like an array index or anything else. We start with 0. So there, for an example, we have enum of sample. That's the tag, and that's the name of the enumerator, sample. And it has values 0, 1, 2, and 3. And that will be their numeric values when we use them in code. It's much better to do this than to have magic numbers floating around inside your code. So here we have 0, 1, 2, and 3. That can be apple, oranges, bricks, whatever we have in there, and we can even change the number as part of the series. So let me show you how this works. So as you see there, 0, 1, 2, and 3, that would be accurate. 0 would be equal to 0, 1 is 1, and so on. So let's flip over to some code here, and this is in our Visual C++ 2005 Express Edition, a nice little freebie from Microsoft that we showed you how to download and install. And here we have a little bit of code. Here's our enum, and we're just going to call it sample enum. And it has 0, 1, 2, 3. And notice that we changed the value. We said 9 equals 9. Now the next one, if we did another one in here and said 10, just to be consistent, we would not have to put a value because we've changed where the indexing is running. So where this was 0 and 1 and 2 and 3, we changed the value to 9, and now this one would be equal to 10. See that? How it popped up, 10 equals 10. It already knows what that's supposed to be because it knows that we changed the numbering here. So the compiler is already keeping up with us. And here's just a little declaration for our function that we're going to use. And here's our test rig in main, and we're going to call test enum. And since we set it up requiring a sample enum as the input, we have to cast this. So here we cast 0, 1, 2. We can't just pass integers into here. The compiler will complain about it. We'll have a little return value. We just set to 99 to get it initialized. And then we're going to switch on in. And if it's 0, case is 0, then we'll write line 0 out to the console and we'll return 0. Now I could have just as easily put right here 0, just like that. And then return value equals 1, 2, and here this one is 9, and so on as we go. So let's run this and see what the output looks like. We'll do Control F5, which will compile it, link it, and run it. And there's 0, 1, 2, 9, just what we expect it to do, because we tested 0, 1, 2, and 9. So here our 0 worked just in the same place as the number 0. See how cryptic that is? Return value equals 1. Well, why? That should be true or false or good or bad or whatever we want to have in there, not just a magic number like that. So that's enumeration, or enum, and that's what we wanted to cover in here. We're going to go on to the expression statement next, so hang in there. See you back here in a minute.